Guys, I beat the case. Okay, the case is being what? My final out appointment today, guys. It went successful. It wasn't smooth. It took me about 2 hours because my PCM that was playing. Okay, it's always medical. Medical always want to play in your face. I was like, I already processed out. My IMR is green. Okay, I did everything with my PCM captain. I ain't gonna say his name. Back in April 21st. Okay, I had to go back to medical, leave my MPF appointment, go to medical, have them find this captain, okay, get his phone number and everything and have him email the MPF people. But finally, guys, I'll be leaving tomorrow. I cannot wait to get out of this apartment, this empty apartment. Sorry for the echo. Also, I just found my old mic. I charged it up. Hopefully this sounds better sound quality. Let me stop doing this for y'all telling me, okay? I'm still an airman, okay? I'm not officially out of the military until November 14th, my DOS date. But again, I got to still respect the uniform, of course. But guys, I am so happy and over the moon. Okay, it was overwhelming. I had two freaking car shipping companies show up. I had to tell the other one, like, dog, what is you doing here? And talking about, like, oh, you didn't cancel. I'm like, I did cancel, so now I got to dispute with them. It's a lot, but honestly, guys, all in all, I am so happy. I'm so over the moon, and I'm so ready for this next chapter. Now let's get into this game, guys, okay? I hate that when they do this in the WNBA, okay? I'm not sure if it's Kathy Engelbert, the commissioner of the WNBA's fault, but the fact that it was 2 games going on. I didn't get to see Atlanta Dream. I believe they lost to the Washington Mystics. But the Dallas Wings versus the Minnesota Lynx I did watch, okay? And again, that game concluded with the Dallas Wings. Unfortunately, I was rooting for them, okay? Paige Bueckers just made her amazing WNBA debut. I was rooting for Paige Bueckers and the Dallas Wings. But the Dallas Wings lost for 84 points, whereas the Minnesota Lynx had 99 points. So in the first quarter of this game, guys, Minnesota Lynx have 19 points. The Dallas Wings have 21 points, okay? They were neck to neck all throughout this game until, I say, the half part of the third quarter, okay? That's when everything fell apart. The cookie literally crumbled on the Dallas Wings end, okay? In the half point mark of the third quarter. The second quarter comes around. The Minnesota Lynx scores 27 points. The Dallas Wings score 25. And then the third quarter, here, I told you this is what happened. Minnesota Lynx scored 35 points. The Dallas Wings only scored 20. The Dallas Wings scored less points in the third quarter than they did in the second and first quarter. The fourth and final quarter comes around. Both Minnesota Lynx and Dallas Wings both score 18 points, which concluded with the Dallas Wings losing, having 84 points, whereas the Minnesota Lynx had 99 points. Now, in my opinion, the Dallas Wings held their own, okay? Unfortunately, this was a blowout again, okay? This is a 15-point deficit. 99 minus 84, what is that? 15, 14, 16? I'll say a 15-point deficit. Okay, unfortunately, on their end, they lost. But again, I say that, Paige Bueckers, she was out there moving and grooving. She looked strong. She didn't look rattled. She didn't look fearful. She played with, she played and she gave it her all. Now, Dejanay Carrington, the Dallas Wings, I think she gave us at least one 3-pointer. I know it was at least one, perhaps two. But my thing is with her, again, that offensive game. It's like she has this thing where she'll try to rush to the basket, be surrounded by a bunch of women. They low-key team up against Dejanay Carrington, how they do injuries. They both be getting jumped. And again, you're not Wonder Woman, you're not an invisible ghost. You can't just drive to the basket and try to fight your way off through 3 defenders. Okay, again, everybody can't be Asia Wilson. Only Asia Wilson kind of got that finesse. Again, Dejanay Carrington got to work on her offensive game and her offensive skills. Now, Alyssa Smith in this game, she gave us a little bit here and there. Arike Ngumbawale, she was pretty good. But again, I was mainly just trying to focus my attention on Paige Bueckers, okay? Her dad actually was in the crowd. Him along with her younger brother, Drew. And I believe they actually just announced that a town in Minnesota, they actually named it after her, Bueckers, Minnesota. Okay, she's from Hopkins, Minnesota. So again, that's really dope. So let's talk about the Wings players, okay, their individual stats. So Arike Ngumbawale, guys, she put up 16 points, had 4 assists and 2 rebounds. And Alyssa Smith, she put up 6 points, had 0 assists, 4 rebounds. I'd really be rooting for Alyssa, but it's like you got to want it for yourself. Again, at this point, I don't know what to tell her. Maisha Hines-Allen, guys, who used to play for the Minnesota Lynx, she put up 11 points, 2 assists, and 6 rebounds. Paige Bueckers put up 10 points. I feel like more than that. So Paige Bueckers made 10 points, 2 assists, 7 rebounds. Dejanay Carrington had 15 points, 1 assist, and 3 rebounds. So again, even though her offensive game and her offensive skills do need some more work, Dejanay Carrington still put up pretty good numbers, okay, 15 points. She was the second leading scorer, just right below Arike Ngumbawale, who had 16 points. Maddie Siegrist, okay, now she is a secret weapon. She gave us 2 3-pointers when we really, really needed it, okay? Well, this was at the point in the game when we was getting cooked, okay? The freaking Lynx was going on runs with us. Maddie Seegers, guys, and if I'm not mistaken, I do believe she's an Ohio girlie, so shout out to her. I believe she's from Gahanna, Ohio, somewhere like right outside Columbus. But Maddie Seegers put up 11 points. She had 1 assist and 2 rebounds. Tyasha Harris, guys, I remember her being in this game like the first, second, maybe a little bit of the third quarter, then she disappeared. She was questionable due to some sort of injury, but Tyasha Harris gave us 5 points. She had 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And then Kalia Charles, okay, she had a little bit of minutes, like about 12 minutes to play. She gave us 8 points, 0 assists, and 4 rebounds. When it comes to team rebounds, Minnesota Lynx had 8 rebounds, Dallas Wings had 6. When it comes to turnovers, the Minnesota Lynx had 13, Dallas Wings had 14, so not too bad. When it comes to points off turnovers, Minnesota Lynx had 16 points off the turnovers, whereas Dallas Wings only made 14. So again, everything was pretty equal, neck to neck throughout this whole game until the third quarter. The third quarter came around and everything crumbled. Again, I really enjoyed this game. Shout out to both teams, okay? I knew Napisa Collier, she got like, 31, 32 plus points in this game. I knew she was going to find her groove, okay? That first quarter, she was kind of rough, okay? It was kind of rough on both sides. Both the Dallas Wings and the Minnesota Lynx was kind of struggling. But she started to find that groove in, like, say, the second and third quarter. Courtney Williams, along with the rest of the Minnesota Lynx girls. But again, this was a pretty good game. But the Dallas Wings, they got to work on that offensive skills better. Defense was good. It could have been a little bit better. But it was sometimes I saw they allowed Napisa Collier to have her way. Of course, Courtney Williams, she creates that beautiful shot right out of her chest. They allowed her to get those, mid points out of thin, clear air, where they could have stopped her or at least contested her, act like they was going to contest the shot. Again, they got to do better offensively and defensively. But the fact that they were able to hang with the Minnesota Lynx, even though, again, like this is the Dallas Wings home court, they still lost by 15 points at their home court. They were able to stay in the game and actually lead the game into the third quarter. Again, I actually low-key want to rewatch the third quarter to see exactly what happened, okay, during this game for them to just lose it that bad. Okay, guys, it's 8:05 p.m. here, so I got about 25 minutes, okay? The LA Sparks is about to take on the Golden State Valkyries. I'll more than likely do a video on that, but again, I'm still like cleaning out my apartment a little bit because I got to wake up dumb early tomorrow morning so I can go to the airport. Guys, please comment down below your thoughts on tonight's kickoff of the game, okay, as it pertains to the Dallas Wings losing to the Minnesota Lynx. Comment down below.